All right. Bit of an impromptu stream, but I'm playing some Yu-Gi-Oh by myself, so I thought I might as well stream it. It's good for the channel. And it's more fun to play games when you're hanging out with people. Just checking my levels, but everything looks about where I want it. The music down just a little bit. I don't want it to be too quiet, but it doesn't need to be that loud either. So let's get into some games. This is a going first Mikanko build that I found by a player who seems to be pretty successful. I've seen him in a couple topping lists and both were weirder decks. He also did one with Raid Raptor that Joshua Schmidt did a video on. And it feels good to, I think, see a new face come into the scene. Not that he's a new player, but it's cool to see him in multiple places doing well. It seems he's doing well with kind of weird decks. And that's just, I don't know, I think that's exciting. A lot of people can do well with the best deck, right? Not everybody can do well with their favorite deck or, you know, a pet deck. But enough of that. Let's get into it. So to start, we've got Gen. So an interaction I don't personally fully understand is with this, with the Ken or Gen activation on the opponent's side of the field, that counts as your opponent activated card and makes talent live. I'm not 100% on why that is, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like it shouldn't work that way, but it does, so I'm not going to fight with it. It's good for me. That makes Thrust better in this list too, but obviously I'm not playing Thrust. It'd be nice too. Our hand is pretty weak here. I'm not against going for a window lock. Otherwise, what we could do is here we search out. We'd probably go for Hare here. No, that wouldn't do anything. No, it's got to be Arabesque. It's just a question of what we do with that Arabesque. So here we're gonna drop a card out of our hand. It's probably the Kagura. I actually think that is what we're gonna do. Otherwise, what we could do is we could Arabesque this, get into a Hare. Hare would add an equip spell. Well, we really can't get anywhere with that, so I'm gonna go for pay 1,000, summon out Winda, put her in attack mode, and by equipping her with Arabesque, she cannot be destroyed by card effects. Just do a quick click around of my cards. Yeah, we're gonna pass on this. It's a pretty small board, but I think keeping them to one special summon might just do it. I also like the different engines this deck employs. All right. Oh, we're equipping it. Against 500 attack, cannot be destroyed by battle. Sorry. That's not good. They're gonna beat over my window using photon orbitals. That's a shame. Okay. I'm not sure why they didn't put the Ken into attack position. Now I'm gonna get both these cards back at the end of the battle phase. It's so funny how nice, back to hand, and again back to hand. It's so funny how random pack filler will just pop off in the weirdest places. Searching out the Galaxy Eyes Photon. The good news is, now that we're out of battle phase, we run no risk of being killed by whatever galaxy board they put up, which is a real threat versus this deck. That is what I can tell to be their modus operandum. Although this looks to be kind of a non-standard list with the cleric and the photon orbitals obviously being kind of strange. What we'll probably do is start with a Gen or a Ken, depending on what we draw into. We have pretty good access into other tools. And then with that, we can use talent. Otherwise, we could just go for Mikanko stuff and try to just attack into whatever they make and destroy them. Galaxy Eyes is a cool deck. Well, not when this is the board though. This is nothing, right? This is nothing. This is nothing. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, this is not. If we can't out this board, we could go Gen into Ken again, or we could go Ken rip a card. We could also go for the Predaplant line, which I like. Let's. This is the most aggressive. Let's do this. The Gen and Ken are kind of pokey. Nice, bring out the Cobra. Cobra on summon will search a fusion.
Yo, winning son.
I'm streaming to just myself. We're waiting, we're waiting. See?
Started 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, I usually let it run for a couple minutes. My housemate popped in to ask if I'm winning, son, if the mic didn't pick it up. We'll go for... This is a really cool card. I mean, I'm probably the only one who's not super familiar with it, to be honest. I also keep having this happen. I need a level 8 synchro in this deck. I love that we have 8 access, and we could go for... Oh, no, it can't be. I keep having that same thought. I want a synchro. It can't be because World Legacy Succession has to summon to a zone a link monster points to. It's not a monster born without an arrow pointing down. I just disrespected this card and didn't read it. You're destroying my Masquerena. Okay. Ooh, I said okay. I didn't mean it though. It's actually not great for me. Because now we can't go for the succession. What we can do though is search out our Arabesque. It's really nice how well optimized the Mikanko main deck cards are for breaking up boards. We can use this. Take hold of an opponent's monster. We could actually take both their monsters, but I don't think we want to do that. Let's take this. Oh, by take, I mean spin it back, rather. Our talent is also live, obviously, now. We're gonna use this. Spin this card back. Pick up a Hare. And Hare will give us access to another equip spell. So we will pick up... My immediate thought is to go for Reflection. Yeah, let's go for Rondo. Welcome, dragons. What is Girsu doing here? You'll see, you'll see. It's sick. It's an Ibline that makes Power Tool braver. But it got disrupted a little bit by their shenanigans. So we have normal summoned. Our talent is live. We could just go battle phase. I don't love that. I think we're gonna draw cards. I think the right play, well, actually, let's take their monster. We can make an Apo worst case. So yeah, this is a going first combo Mikanko deck because I love combo decks. I thought about playing it pure go second, but I think it's more fun to try and go first. It just seems like a more interesting angle for the deck to me, at least. Oh, I gotta be... Oh no, it's fine. 2 monsters with different names except tokens. First, in my head, you can't make Apollosa with normal monsters because you can't use tokens, but obviously a normal monster is not a token. They're not the same thing. Let's go into the Apo. It's worse into like an errant mirror force or something, but we do have our succession live now as well. What? Discard this card. Spec 1 Galaxy has Photon Dragon from your hand or deck, then change the attack target to it. No, I'm not doing that. So we're in kind of a non-standard duel, as you can see. The only hand trap they've had is Galactic Haribo. We could res a monster. If we did, I just don't... Well, actually... Target 1... You can only activate 1 succession. We could go... Yeah, whatever. I like it. Let's go for... Gen. We'll revive it, and it'll let us use its ability. Put a Ken on the opponent's side of the field. Ken will draw us 2, discard 1. And now we have Herald access, actually. That's super nice. I don't foresee us needing the nib, to be honest. Send 1 Fire Warrior or equip from your hand to face-up field. Send 1 Fire Warrior or 1 equip from your hand. Oh, that's cool. Let's use our Rondo because when this card leaves the field, send the equip monster to the graveyard. We will send this to the graveyard, sending the Ken, and we'll summon out our Olivier. And that'll allow us to summon out a Synchro Summoned Herald. And it's kind of a wimpy board, but we're going to pass on that. We got 2 monster negates and an Omni, and the Omni will search out the Ohime. We already discarded the Kagura long ago in this duel. Galaxy 100. Send 1 from Direct to Grave. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think I care. So the one thing I don't really like about this deck is the size of it. 47 seems weird to me. The problem is I'm not really sure where cuts could be made, if I'm honest. Maybe it would be in things like making the Gen and Ken line smaller, you know, 1 less of each perhaps. Galaxy Cleric is scary close to being able to just beat over Apo. That is their normal summon though. Target 5, shuffle, then draw 2. Why is that actually good for them here? I think this is a good spot to negate and destroy, just so we're safe to attempt to stop hand effects, should they have any. If we use the Apo to stop this, they just beat over us and it does nothing, so... Sorry, why are you alive? Okay, they surrendered. I don't think you run the ritual spell in Mikanko normally. Oh, really? So that's another spot we could cut. I like it because it can do burn damage, but I have not seen a reason that you would use it. The Great Ceremony seems just straight up better to me as well. While I've got you, Dragon, we can do some testing. Let's try this. Let's call it Mikanko Smaller. And we'll try and shave down some. Yeah, usually, yeah, that's what I thought. And we were already playing 2 of that, which is a decent number. So let's cut down on Kagura. I don't know what's up with the ratios on these guys. So for context, the original list I was referencing also runs Thrust. That's why we're at 47. It's a 50 card deck in the original list. But things like Ready Fusion and... yeah, this is a target in my head. This engine gets us there. Although we don't hate drawing this card, it seems like we'd want to do something like this. 1 Ready Fusion, 1 Instant Fusion. I like the trap. The fire dance hasn't felt that good either. We're already way down though. That feels really good. Although we'll see. Maybe it hurts to have me missing those cards, but I kind of think it won't. I also don't hate cutting these down. Maybe one down on Gen and Ken. We have Roto, which is really nice. I like this little engine. The Olivier engine seems really solid. This is our World Legacy engine. We've got the Succession and the Beckoned. That's weird that he doesn't have a name. He's just Beckoned. I think 3 Nib is good in this deck, just because if it does go off, one, it clears fields, obviously, great versus Snake Eye, but also this lets you, when going second, really tap into that potential for Mikanko to just ram in the opponent's stuff and go for the OTK. I think talent is interesting. I think it makes sense at 3 when you have Gen and Ken putting stuff on your opponent's side. But as far as normal summon goes, I think the Ophrys Scorpio is the ideal normal summon. I'm almost tempted to cut down on Ken, but not Gen, because I think I prefer the draw to the hand rip. So I like the idea of if I have Gen, he summons Ken to their side from your hand or deck. We don't need... This could be a one of. Is that too greedy though? I kind of like the idea of just this as a Gen Ken engine. 3 Gen and then the 1 Ken to put on the opponent's side of the field. And we still can do it the other way. But it is nice to have the double hand rip then. If we go talent and Ken summoning Gen to their field, we take 2 out of their hand. Like, that seems pretty brutal. Oh, I see. Okay. So you're supposed to banish Ceremony to send if you have Mayo Washidori, and then use Mayo Washidori to res a Mikanko from grave. So that makes sense. I like that Fire Dance accelerates your plays as well, putting Mikankos on the field. Let's hit save quick. There's no reason to necessarily cut down to 40 exact though. Those were just the things that were sticking out and bothering me. So let's actually try this as a list, because I think I like the look of this more, to be honest. Bling. This is harder to Acid Golem lock with, but I wasn't really doing that. That seems kind of weak to me, to be honest. So let's try this. This is our 42 card version of the deck. So we cut 5 cards. We technically cut down on 2 starters, 1 weird brick in the ritual spell. My theory is the ritual spell is there to be searched off of Herald, should you just not want to search an Ohime for some reason, but Ohime just seems great. And we cut 2 Ready Fusion. So this hand looks pretty solid. We open the Succession. That's not great. It is a brick, but it's also not an insanely hard card to get rid of. It's still probably going to get value. We'll go Gen here, summoning Ken to the opponent's side of the field. Ken will activate, draw 2, and then allow us to discard 1. Now what's cool is the Snatch Steal will let us rip a card anyway. So I think what we'll do is we drop the Ophrys. We'll go for a Snatch Steal, steal the Ken. This does let them pick what card to get rid of, but it still seems strong to me to do it this way. If I had wanted to do an Acid Golem Transverser thing, I would have put it here in this blinking zone on the far right, and then... Okay. I think this person might not know what rogue means. They haven't stopped us yet. Let's use this. Search the Ohime. And then we can use Ohime. We can search out Arabesque. Arabesque will put this back in our hand. Yeah, man, that's solid. And we can dump off Olivier's not bad to just special summon itself. I don't hate that. Make a link. It's probably this card that goes for now. We go Arabesque. Activate targeting their monster. Use that Arabesque. We're going to bounce that again back to our own hand. So we're getting some nice resource recursion. We're going to go for... I think we go Huli. Although, actually, both our targets are gone now. For Huli to put on the opponent's stuff. So I think it makes more sense to go Hare. Hare search Mayo Washidori. We can go... Ooh. Okay. We'll summon here. So we can make a Herald. We can also make Barone by using our whole field. That's pretty funny. But I think I like the idea of going for a Herald and an IP. And then that'll allow Mayo Washidori to res. Plus we'll have World Legacy Succession. Let's go for this. Let's go you and you. Defense mode, Herald. We'll save that. We'll go for the Masquerena. Mayo Washidori can res. We can also use this. Let's take stock. Let's use this to resurrect our Ohime from... Hello? Why can't I? Does it have to be properly ritual summoned first? Okay, it's a little scuffed, but... If this card is normal, supposed to someone from here, it's pick one pretty plant from your deck. Did I do this line? To a zone. Why did this not work? I'm actually confused. We can summon back our Hare. Stack up that column, I guess. Now we can use Olivier, put it onto the Hare. We won't negate that. Why did my Ophir Scorpio? If this card is normal or special summon, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon one Predaplant monster from your deck. I've got the Cobra in my deck, don't I? Yeah. Dragon, do you know why this didn't work? Oh, duh. Any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. That's a pretty solid flood all on its own. So I need to be careful doing that to myself. Sorry, took me a minute to figure out. Just had to read my cards. I think this is the same person we just dueled against. Herald is interesting as a flood. I definitely like it more for the negation, but the banishment isn't terrible. It is weird that it's not from field at all, but I'm sure they did that on purpose so that it wouldn't be as strong. Banishing this card, not going to trigger that if sent to grave effect. I'm sure they're just as confused as I was. Wow, you can tribute this card, add one galaxy card from your deck to your hand. What a terrible searcher. I am sorry. We could even stop that. I think we will. Pick up another Ohime. I don't... How long will I be live? Probably another 40 minutes at least. We kind of just started. Why, what's up, creators? Also, thanks for coming out. Good to see ya. We got my ball python out. She's just chilling on my neck right now. She fell asleep, I think, on my shoulders. My wife is out with her friends. I'm pretty tired, but I didn't do any streaming this weekend. Oh, I didn't talk about locals either. I went to locals today. I went 1 and 2. It was tough. My first match was against Exosister, which is kind of, as I'm sure you know, a very hard matchup for Ogdoadic, but I actually played through Shifter and Magnifica and all that's. After working opening and closing, I kind of just want to learn Dino. Yeah, it's all good, creators. I'm happy to stream and have you hang out if you want to be here, but there's definitely no pressure for you to have to be at the stream. Absolutely not. It's your night after work. You worked a really long day. I have zero issues with you spending your time however you want. I'm just happy that you stopped in at all. We could always play Dino together. Is it a deck you're brand new to? Because Stone was talking about being interested. Stone likes a really wide variety of decks. I think he just likes trying things more than I do. I like one-tricking and really trying to learn a deck. Very new. We could look at your opponent's extra deck, apply one of these, spec one number from it. Do we have a number in our extra? That's so funny. We do. We have 2. Galaxy has Photon. I mean, they get a number monster. Yeah, we could play some Dino together. Would that be something you'd want to do, creators? That'd be a way to learn. Otherwise, feel free to just go read your cards. We'll keep playing Mikanko. Totally up to you. We'll let them do this. Confirm my extra deck. That is indeed my extra deck. Especially with the new Steel's Acid Golem. I think they might. Oh. What? Banish 1. Oh, I suppose. Banish 1 of anything or just steal. I guess a bootleg Kashtira at home is okay. I mean, do I even care about them killing Masquerena here? Because if I put another Mikanko on the field with an equip spell, we just have lethal. I think I don't care. I think you can kill my IP. I guess I could have linked up into a unicorn or something, but Lil Bro's on Photon Delta Wing. I don't want to spin that away right now. We also have Gen, although because of the way I changed the deck, we've only got the one Ken. So this is actually a dead card now. But, I mean, it's not really an ideal card you need anyway. We'll see how the cuts feel. I feel like it's important to increase consistency and make the deck as small as it can be. Even though I've been running a larger deck lately for Ogdoadic, right? But got this guy. During your opponent's main phase, discard 1 Photon card and 1 Galaxy card, or discard 1 Galaxy-sized Photon Dragon, then target 1 special summon monster controls, destroy it. That's so expensive. So they linked this off. I don't know if they did that on purpose to be more resilient to us attacking into them. Help me out. Slating Overraptor is a... Hear me out. Slating Overraptor is a 1-card Pankratops. I'm processing. It's a 1-card Pank, you say? We're adding a card from deck to hand. If we go... I also have no idea how you're getting that, by the way, creators. I'm gonna be honest. I can't figure it out. You just search Pank? No, that doesn't make sense. Oviraptor is a 1-card Pank? What am I missing here, chat? Help. We go... Just go through Misk and... Oh, sure. Yeah, that's true. Add Arabesque equip on your Gen. Oh, yes, dragons. Yes, thank you, thank you. Sorry, that took me a while. What Gen, though? It's okay. We'll just draw another monster. I discarded it out of excitement. From your deck. Okay, that's dead anyway. We normal summon. We go Arabesque. On the Cobra. We get rid of the Cobra. Back to our hand you go. Summon out Huli. Now our board's really hard for them to interact with. Huli's going to pick up the trap card that lets us snatch steal on their turn. Awesome interaction, by the way. Yes, 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 yes. We can set. There's no reason to yet. Battle phase. Attack in. Reflect 2K. Mayawashi Dori. Target one card on the field, return it to the hand. No, because we want this Soul Flare Dragon here to ram into. I guess what I could have done is I could have gone... sorry, I'm learning a lot. I could have gone Huli attack. Oh, it's every time. Yeah, that's great. Goodbye, Soul Flare. Now they're literal one play. Our play. We could make Acid Golem so we can't special summon. Yes, thank you, dragons. That was sick. This is a cool grind deck, by the way. Obviously, this is not a meta opponent, but still, it's probably good practice, actually. Oh. Pay 2,000 life points. I thought you couldn't pay yourself to death. Am I making that up? I thought if you couldn't afford a card in health, you can't activate it. Like if you're on 1500 and you try to activate Strike, they kill themselves. Yeah. If you have if you have Strike, can't you not activate it if you're on 1500? Or am I mistaken? Is that not how that works? Well, I mean, the only way out. Oh, there's a lot of runes open. That's how we're not getting games. The reason I like to host is I'm such a slow player that I like to have... You can strike on 1500. Master Duel doesn't let you because it makes it easier to defeat yourself for farms. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's funny. That actually misinformed me. I thought you couldn't pay yourself down. Different rules question, Judge. If you're on 1 life point and you activate Judgment, does the Judgment resolve for free? Hello? Should we try queuing up into somebody? Screwmelodious. Okay. Let's try queuing into somebody else. Yeah, you pay nothing and it's free. That's awesome. Easy. Just be at 1 health and you can have free judgments. And also run Judgment. Nice, we get to go first. This is a best of 3 room. Wow, that sucks. Pick up the Ohime, no problems there. Now we actually have some options. Dynamorphia players rejoice. Stone's also looking at that deck. He looks at a lot of decks. It's hard to pin him down on one though. That's the trick. If we go Hare normal summon, activate. Okay, let's try this. Hare using Durandal. Durandal targeting will get us a Mikanko card from our deck. Probably got to be the Arabesque, right? That just gets us into the most stuff. Now we can use our Ohime. Also, what I could have done here, actually, is I could have searched out Fire Dance, and then using this, searched out Huli, and then I could have had 2 Mikanko on board. That's okay. Here. This is going to get us a Huli and a rivalry. I actually like the idea of going ceremony. This is a level 6. If we go ceremony and then activate ceremony, we can banish it to put a Mayo Washidori in the graveyard. But this won't be in the graveyard. It'll be in our hand. So that doesn't make sense. We're also running out of time. Holy crap. You need to think faster. Let's go ceremony. And we'll send Darling Tony a Cobra since it does actually nothing for us. Let's go for Arabesque, targeting Hare. We will use this to get into... Ooh, this is a mistake. I could have gone for... Good player alert, everybody. Get the trap card. Am I really ending on just the trap card? Well... Sort of. If we're able to get rid of the monster we steal, whether they kill it or whatever, we're able to do it again with Ohime, so that's pretty cool. But otherwise, this was a pretty clunky way to play this turn. I could have had one more... I could have had one more monster. I could have had Olivier in hand, and that could have changed our plays a little bit, but all that really would have been would be a Herald. Although into Lightsworn, I mean, a Herald doesn't sound so bad. The good news is we can jam down an Ohime and probably just survive, as they can't target our stuff. But I don't know that Lightsworn really does that much targeting. They're also playing weird stuff. Yeah, this is weird. I keep queuing into weird duels. I unironically think this deck struggles harder versus random like bin cards than it does against like real decks. I think it's easier for this deck to deal with real decks than whatever this is, you know, stuff from the local box. Also, Ib the World Chalice Justicar is not a free card. It's like an $8 card, but a seller and TCG player had it up for 25 cents, and I'm pretty sure it's real. It looks real to me. I was really stoked. I messaged them. I was like, is this in English? I thought it was a Korean card or something because it was so cheap, but it actually came. So sometimes it's not too good to be true. It just is true. But yeah, this is a deck I have ordered. It's one that I really want to play with. I just think I want to play something totally different. I think Mikanko looks really fun. I also just really like the idea of going first Mikanko. I really want to build something like that. Something really, I don't know. It just feels unpredictable. They're going to draw 2 cards. We got Fellis. We're going to hold on to Rivalry. I think we're going to see a Synchro come down. That seems like a good point to rivalry to me. Level 8 into Minerva. You can send monsters from your deck to the grave, equal number of cards summon. You can bash up to 4, send the top 4 cards. I actually think we won't steal just yet. Stealing that doesn't feel like it disrupts their plays that much. That's where monsters you control cannot be banished. Are they going for the new... Is it a fusion? It's the Judgment Punishment 1, the one that combines the two. And then Minerva, Lightsworn Athena protects their board from actually being mass banished. I think that's the point. Wolf is coming down. As it stands, they actually have no way to deal with Huli. Aegis is going to set itself. Cannot target Mikanko cards. Yeah. Aegis actually can't target Huli or Arabesque. I'm sorry. Eldritch. Well, we're forcing this out, so we might as well use it. Let's steal the Minerva. If we went for Rondo, they actually can't stop it, since they can't target our Mikanko cards, unless they of course can do it without targeting. Snatch Steal just steals the card though. We don't care about its effects. Let's go Rondo. Enlightenment Dragon. That's it, dragons. Thank you. Content. What's your pet deck, by the way? I know you play a lot of different decks, but if you had to pick one as your favorite pet, what is it? What's your baby? The one that you put the most thought into. I was at locals today and Content comes up to me. He's like, hey, you got time for a match? I was like, no, I gotta head out. He's like, are you sure? He shows me his deck list. It's just foiled out Ogdoadic with a bunch of cool stuff. It's got, you know, Thrust. It was a board breaker kind of variant, so it had Droplet. It was really cool. They have a lot of cards. They've dug so far into their deck. 16 left. Holy crap. Draws 3 off Minerva. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know that they're doing much with those draws though, to be honest. Not yet, at least. Okay. At the start of the battle phase, you can negate the effects of all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Oh. Well, that's not good for me. That means we're not going to reflect any damage during their turn. Oh, and we can be destroyed by battle. That's pretty nasty, actually. Pet deck is 100% amazements. Oh, that's amazements. Hang on. Of course you hit me with one that I've never thought about in my life. Amazements. Okay, what's the... I can't tell if these are custom cards I'm looking up or not. Goodbye, Huli. Ow, hello, damage. What a funny out to our board, by the way. Oh, and now we've lost control of the... Oh, this is all falling apart. Take the direct attack. We could... You can hit your currently controls. We could actually jam down the Ohime, which I think we will. Because she cannot be destroyed by battle. I didn't even think about it, but that gets us back to Minerva. That's so funny. Please attack. Amazements are a trap-based deck that equip to yours or your opponent's monsters and have different effects based on whose monster it's equipped to. That is so weird. How... Okay, scale of 1 Blue Eyes structure deck. Ooh, we can quick do an equip spell. We're not gonna yet. So 1 Blue Eyes structure deck, 2 Ogdoadic, right, rogue slash, you know, I'm sure my deck is a little worse than maybe rogue should be, or 3 like meta. Where do these cards fall? I love them because they're an amusement park theme, and all the attraction rides are based on different Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes, and their effects are also based on the archetypes they're parodying. That sounds so cute. This destroys all other cards on the field? Can't destroy a battle, huh? Well now, Ohime, you can't be destroyed by card effects either. I'm gonna have to look at these cards. One of the traps banishes a monster until end phase. Labyrinth wants to know your target equip, add it to your hand. We're gonna do that for sure. They're pretty bad. Could they beat an Ogdotic deck? Or are they not? Are they like really unloved by Konami? That kind of thing. Let's pick up the Rondo. I got first an underdog with it once though. It was the advanced deck I played. That's cool. It was the first advanced deck I played? Wait, so I'm gonna take, yeah, first advanced tourney was back in October 2022. That's crazy. That was not that long ago. That's so cool. We actually lose, by the way. We're on game 2. They're probably gonna go first, so let's go for the OTK option. We cannot normal summon set, so let's start by taking out all our normal summons. Where is he? Normal summons detected. I don't actually hate keeping the Ready Fusion in either. Then we go 1, 2, 3 hidden armory. 1, 2, 3. And then we do kaijus. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could go for lava golem, but I actually think kaiju is better. Let's full cut the fusions because they actually synergize the most with monsters on the field. We've also still got the nibs, and because they're on Lightsworn, they pop off. Double-edged sword seems funny as well. Let's cut this whole engine. Lava golem. Oh, this looks like... Oh, wait. I lost, so I get to pick. Let's go full OTK. Let's go second. We hit a kaiju. That's really good. We hit Rhoda. That's also really nice. We've got a talent. This is a good hand. I can't believe that. Did somebody lend you that content? How was that the first advanced deck you played? I can't wrap my head around that. Did you just like see Yu-Gi-Oh? Not Yu-Gi-Oh, you played Speed Duel, but did you see Advanced and just think I have to have this specifically? So thinking a little more about this hand, I guess while I wait for my opponent to play. So Amazement is one of Konami's rivalry decks. You can be loaned it at a YCS Rivalry of Warlords event. I looked it up. I was like, I want to play that. I actually don't. Is Rivalry a format that's still going on? I'm not familiar. I know you were talking about a Rivalry project you had, but I've never heard of that event in our local scene recently. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rivalry of Warlords format. So, alternate format that is designed to encourage duelists to explore all the decks. The decks are primarily designed to be fun and casual rather than being competitive. A pre-built deck that matches one of the rivalry themes. You can either be randomly assigned or chosen at the discretion of the OTS. 10 minutes before us to read the guide for the assigned deck. That's really nice. Nobody's going to read those. Duelists should quickly go through them, make sure all the cards are present and in good condition. Any issues can be brought up to the OTS and corrected. For construct events, duelists would build their own rivalry based on the themes found there. Modification. Oh, so they kind of tell you 3 Musketeers of Face cards, Amazement, Armed Thunder Dragon, Dual Avatar, Exosister. That seems out of place, if I'm being honest. Live Twin. That also seems out of place. Lyralesque, Magic-E, Magistus, Mutant, S-Force, Sofa Chord, Starry Night. I did not know these cards existed until I played the Master Duel single player. Valence, Tunes, Time Thief. Wow. You can still find the... Oh, you can find the rivalry lists still. A lab in an undisclosed location. This is so funny. Wow, this is so cool. It gives you a breakdown on how to play them. No, I don't want to play an event under the effect of Rivalry of Warlords. Yeah, so I brought all those decks. I bought all those decks and can run these events. Wow. Live Twin is a casual deck. That deck is crazy and kind of fun. Yeah, I do not understand how... That's what I was thinking too. I do not understand how Live Twin fits into that. But I guess the real strength, and I could be wrong in this, but the real strength that I understand on... I was just alt-tabbed while my opponent was playing, by the way. The real strength of something like Live Twin really comes from the fact that they have the room to play 100 non-engine, right? I'm actually surprised I haven't seen more of it lately. I feel like in this hand trap heavy format, a deck like Live Twin would see play, but maybe there's a reason. Yeah, so I made 75 more rivalry decks to run even more random events. That's why I have all those Ogdotic cards. Oh, my boy hitting me with, yeah, I made this casual dumb format. That's why I have your doo-doo poo-poo bad cards. No, I see how it is. That's cool. That's cool. I tried if Ogdotic wasn't doing so well for me. Yeah, Dragons killed it. I tried to kill it. I'm just not as good at as Dragon is. Locals was rough today. I was real sad. There was a point versus that Exosister duel where game 1, he shifters me, and I'm going second, and I played through it, and I set up the slicer lock. I clear his board, but what does me in is on his turn, I use the effect of Unicorn, and that makes Talent live, and they steal Slicer, and they manage to kill me over it. So that was really, really depressing. We can activate this, send that to grave. That seems bad. Their cards don't do anything. And I think we still can't touch them really. If we snatch steal this, shuffle into the decks all cards in their graveyard except Lightsworn. That wouldn't do anything. So we could steal that, but I don't see a point. Let's go Ohime next and see what we can get out of this guy. It's really tough that there's no interruption coming from Oppo, you know? Let's go Arabesque. I think we don't need the Olivier. Luckily, these spells are really good at picking apart boards. This is my card now. Kind of surprised we've queued into such casual decks today. I feel like usually it's a little more, you know, it's more casual picks. No Snake Eye basically on here, but today it's been, and they're beating me. I'm losing. Part of that is just inexperience. I'm just not used to this deck yet. Still learning what my cards do, still learning the lines. I haven't learned it well enough to... Aegis is good here for them. I would rather that were a monster effect. Oh. Well, now I wish I had Olivier. Hmm. This is such a weird card. Antitopian, huh? I really have nothing to do. I guess I'll just tribute a thing and snatch steal my own guy back. Did something float? Sorry. Oh, sad. Okay. Let's snatch and steal this card back. Kill Minerva. Don't really want them drawing 2 again. Or drawing 3 even. Nice. Minerva activating. Definitely knew that would happen. Now Talent is live. Not good. Fellas to the board. I'm still in the battle phase. I think here we have... Oh, it was the battle phase. It wasn't the main thing. Yeah, we just lose. Wow. Just lost in a match versus Lightsworn Andy. Okay. That hurts a little bit. But that was me side decking kind of strangely as well. I took out all our normal summons and I chose to go second. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I think the strength of this build is going to be in when people make us go second, we have a chance of just OTKing them. Otherwise, we just try to set up the control board that the deck is actually made to do. So this is an argument to run 2 Ken minimum. Let's go for prep. We already have Ohime, so this is not a big deal if this gets hits. If this got drolled, that would be sad, but it didn't. Let's go for this next. Ken summoning Gen to their field. Yeah, it'd be really nice in this case if we could do the double play. So I think we want to bump that Ken back up 1. Judgment was the card they didn't want. Okay. That's a little scary. Not gonna lie. Ohime effect. We're gonna search a Mikanko. It's gonna be Arabesque, because of course it is. We can drop a card here. We're gonna drop the Ohime. They don't know we have another Arabesque on Gen. Bounce that Gen back to our hand. And from here we can summon out Hare, because Hare will then search out the Fire Dance, which can then put down the Huli. And Huli will then search us the trap card, getting a Snatch Steal quick play. Add the trap card. And we could go for a mask or something. Masquerade actually seems pretty good here. Because then we steal a thing and we can use it. Let's do that. We'll keep the Huli, but yeah, this way we're able to snatch steal and then spend their monster with the Masquerena. Morganite. Man. Lots and lots of... I don't want to say casual necessarily. Battle phase. Evenly. Equip it. No, I don't see a reason to do that. Cards to banish, huh? We do have change of heart for whatever they make. That's a pretty nasty thing to do. I think of all these cards, Rivalry might be the best one to keep. So we're actually gonna get rid of these three. I could have used the mask at start of battle. We still would have lost our monsters though, honestly, so. Decisive Battle of Golconda. Sure. And pass. What? That's a bad draw. Let's use Ohime. We will add from our deck to our hand. If we go Maya Washidori search, we can actually discard it and use its effect engrave to res the Hare, equipping to it. The most confusing thing to me is I don't know how to track equip spells in paper. I feel like I'm going to forget what's equipped to what all the time. Okay. Rivalry is now live. We can access Arabesque, so we'll grab it to our hand. We can set up another Huli. Although I'm a little worried to overextend, to be honest. I'd almost rather wait for them to do something, so I think we'll just normal summon. Do we think that's another Evenly they've got back there? No, it can't be, because they'd be losing their own stuff. Let's go battle phase. We'll attack in. We really have not much else we could do here. To do Transverser, we need them to have monsters to steal. So we're just going to pass on Cobra and a Hare with an equip. Got Duality, so you're going to draw into a monster. More than likely, at least. Wow. Okay, Skill Drain would have been pretty nasty for us. I'm a little surprised they didn't go for it. It could be that they already have it, but I feel that they would have used it on the Hare activation if they could have, since they had the option. We are going Prosp. We can't do anything about it. All right, they've got Crackhead. They're stealing. They're stealing. All right, we can steal back with Rivalry. And we've got Pachycephalo. We're going battle phase. Oh, right. I tried to use Rivalry, but we no longer have a Mikanko monster. Gonna take some damage. Okay. So Arabesque actually won't work anymore. Now the player can special summon monsters. How do I get this thing off the field? Do we just go for the Mikanko win con? We do this. We can steal, but we have no Mikanko monster. We'd have to change of heart the Hare. It just activated though. What do I actually want here? Is it Hare? I could have searched Huli. That would have been better probably. Yeah, I should have done Huli. But we'll go Hare. We will use Arabesque. They have a response to Arabesque. What is it though? Dogmatic of punishment. We do currently control. Let's go with Rivalry and steal Pachycephalo. Too bad we can't tribute summon the Sohime. Here, I think we'll probably just search out the Snatch Steal. My monster. The issue is, okay, they're drawing a card. That's very good. Now talent is live. This thing, man. I think we're gonna talent and draw 2. We can activate preparation rights. It doesn't do a whole lot. It just gets us our last Ohime. So now the other 2 preps are dead. How many have we used? There's 1 left in the deck, so that's not too bad. And we can change of heart, but there's no real reason to. This Hare is going to be reflecting damage. At the end of the... If you're... Judge... If I steal Hare... Oh no, I can't because of Crackhead. Oh, well, you control that monster. It cannot attack and its effects cannot be negated. If I steal it back... Judge, if I attack directly with Hare, does that count as battling? It doesn't, right? Yugioh is attacking directly battling. Direct attacks are included in what are considered battles. To have reached damage calc. Oh, but with no attack, it does? It doesn't reach damage calc. We're gonna experiment. We're gonna steal this. We're gonna go battle phase. Now, is this battling? Inflict 0 damage. It is! Judge is right. Target 1 card on the field. Return it to the hand. Yes. Give me back Now, if we bounce Mayo Washidori, I think we bounce Hare because Mayo can actually. What just happened? Go for a little bit of beatdown. Why did this get banished? Help? But banishment leaves the field. Oh, right. Maya Washidori's effect. I'm so smart. Crackhead. Now they can't attack with their own fossil Dyna. Good job. You were gonna get this back. Did you really have to evade the 1200 damage? Holy crap. Why am I losing? What's going on today? Have your health. Oh, this sucks. This is so painful. The Darlingtonia draw certainly doesn't help. Having a hard brick like that is pretty bad. But I don't see a feasible way to put the monster back in the deck. So I just have to deal with the 1 in 44 or whatever it is. Ecclesia. Time for more punishment. Battle phase taking 15. With Ohime, if we can get to a Mikanko equip, we can actually start reflecting damage. I had to play against this exact stun deck at the regionals. No, did you really? I didn't know anybody was playing this. This sucks. I'm having a bad time. Picking up another punishment. There's Durandal. Let's use this. So here we can go for... It's got to be Arabesque. Oh, but Arabesque doesn't do anything. What if I activate it anyway? Will you get scared? Just one bad day. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or your year. Luckily, I was main decking Cosmic Cyclone that day to answer a lot of their annoyances. Yeah, Cyclone's a great card into that. We can't use the other effective Arabesque here, so there's really no reason for them to deal with this, but I think they might anyway. Yep. Okay, this is gonna let us pick up and equip. We're gonna pick up an Arabesque again. I mean, I really just can't do much. I can search Olivier. Cool. I think we're gonna pass. They're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna scoop. I don't want to be here anymore. Definitely want the second Ken the Dragon Warrior. Ken the Kung Fu Panda. New list. Please tell me I saved. I did. Can we get a normal duel now? All right, player. Be normal. Okay. This is a hand. We'll go for the for Scorpio to lead, discarding the other normal summon. Ash, you say. This hand does nothing. Holy crap, this hand does nothing. We just died to an Ash Blossom. That's terrible. Pass. Not only did we die to Ash, we died to a -2 to Ash. That sucks. spending a card to die to Ash feels so bad. And it's voiceless, of course. Once we queue into something, we literally can't win. We're just gonna scoop. I don't want to play versus voiceless. Sorry, content. Not gonna do it. It's one of the hardest matchups I have. The deck is just really resilient to hand traps. Not that this deck's playing any, but I think that's why I struggle so much versus it with my normal build. At least in this format, the hand trap heavy format. If this is the same guy, content, if this is you. Okay, we're going second. We have Nib. We have Rondo. Oh, it's, wow. Snake Eye Fire King. Well, we have the Nib, so we just gotta hold. Okay, so we're playing something a little different. We've got the Where Arf Thou, searching out the Populace. So it's so hard not to call it that, the Poplar. We're gonna spec the Poplar. Poplar's gonna search a Snake Eye back row. It's gonna search the original Sin. What's this thing called? Summoning Link Karibo, activate Poplar effect, targeting itself, putting it back in the spell and trap zone. Probably gonna send it with original Sinful Spoils, Snake Eye, summoning out Ash. Ash effect is going to search a level 1 fire from deck, searching Birch. Secondary effect of Ash, going to summon Flamberge from deck by sending itself and kind of whatever from Field to Grave. Oh, Birch first. We could Nib here. They committed their normal summon and they haven't used. So, how could they extend from here? I'm going to use Nib. Oh, it looks like I picked wrong. They're saying lol. That's fine. Go for Garunix. Garunix will see that a fire monster was shot and jump out to save it. But you're too late, Garunix. In its grief, it will kill something itself from its own deck, killing the Arvada. Arvada targeting Onyx to spec it, right? Effects negated. We got 3 monsters. We can go for Promethean Princess. Is that what's happening? Two into Mask. Oh, maybe SP? No, still Promethean. It just has to be effect monsters. Into the Ash. Should have let the Ash resolve. Ooh, what a fun deck to play against. I don't think our hand does enough. I'm tempted to just scoop and call it a night. What do you think? Should we, oops, sorry, oop. Just let him play it out, I guess. Really boring. Choosing not to summon to the wolf zone. Why? Garunix back to hand. I don't actually know why. I'm not paying enough attention. Link 3 Heat Soul. Heat Soul will draw a card. Okay. Why though? This is my card now. We could U-link them, or try to. Birch, sending both. Oak will summon from grave. This is so fun. I should have held the nib longer. They didn't. Yeah, I guess I could have known they didn't use Fire Island yet. Summoning Ponix, really? I don't actually know what the point of summoning this is. It just gets you a card you already have. I guess they go for one of the quick plays, but those both seem kind of mid. Circle. Okay. Cool board, bro. We'll go for Ken. Again, summoning Ken, rather. Veiler. I didn't even get to declare. Activate Ohime. So, if we search out... I mean, Arabesque just bounces stuff, but I don't even know if I want to put things back in their hand. And they have nothing large enough to actually beat them with. So I think we... having normal summoned... Let's go Fire Dance. Send a card. Send Ohime, I guess. Oh, this is so painful. Oh, I forgot a step with Fire Dance. It's that you need to have a Mikanko. Okay. This is fun. We're leaving. I just checked out. Man, that sucked. I think that's probably a good place. I think I'm getting very mentally tired. This is the list we're ending on for tonight. This is the going first Mikanko. I didn't do a very good job showing it off. I think the deck is better than I made it look. I don't think it's a really bad deck list. I think I just am not playing that well, and I think I'm bricking a little bit. Playing into weird stuff too. Snake Eye isn't weird. That's obviously the best deck in the format, so if I say that this does well against good decks, I should have done well there, but I just didn't. But I think it's a cool deck. I want to test it more. I was having some really good success, so gotta mess more with some ratios, gotta play test it more. Maybe it really is better to play the 47 card version. That could just be the case. I just have to mess with it more. I just haven't played the deck that much. But I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out. I know this isn't an Ogdotic stream, but I like playing other decks too. This was fun to test, and I appreciate everybody coming. This was a good use of a Sunday night, so hope you have a great day. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, Discord. I don't think anybody here is new, but thanks.